All right, we're live. Shout out to all the wonderful viewers that we have. Shout out to Native Queen. Is Native Queen killing it again today?
Destroying it again. Not only Native Queen, all of these
Unreal.
are destroying it. Twatty just hit big with the Oakland A's.
Oh,
team total overs.
very
with the
nice.
A's. Feels like we all hit with the Dallas Wings.
We did, and not only that, did you see what I did? I tweeted out second half Dallas Wings +4.
Wow,
Booyah on Twitter.
Without
Cam Badge was out.
Wow.
And go on Twitter right now. You'll see it. I tweeted out Dallas second half +4.
Wow.
And, people were like, Cam Badge is out. And I was like, I like that Cam Badge is out. You know what I'm saying, Jim? Tweet it. Go on. You don't believe me. Go on Twitter right now.
I do believe you, man. Of
so,
course,
yeah.
Honorable, accountable man.
Yeah.
So we hit both there.
Yeah.
The Rockies are just about what?
Let's not. That one, I knew. I'm telling you, there's something up with me in baseball right now. And I think I might do a little superstitious wardrobe change, maybe starting tomorrow, because as soon as I was like, all right, I'm on. It's just like when you're snake bit. Like when you were snake bit in MLB, I don't think you're snake bit anymore in MLB, but like a month ago when you were snake bit, I was like, man, Jim's just snake bit. I can tell it. And now I'm starting to be snake bit in MLB. And as soon as I was like, all right, I like Colorado first half, Arizona second half. In my mind, I was like, Arizona's going to win the first half. Colorado's going to win the second half. I can feel that I'm snake bit in MLB a little bit. So, the ups and downs. On the other hand, my computer's working well, which is nice. Yes. The old trusty computer. So,
the old Lenovo.
Yeah, that's,
My man Zigzag Man says I am kind of echoey.
Yeah.
Am I kind of echoey? We got a crack team behind the scenes.
He says Jim's echoey, but mine is okay.
You sound terrific.
Yeah,
Dave sound terrific.
Dave LA says the camel yellow jacket. I got it right over there. I got the camel yellow jacket. I'm gonna. How's Jim's? While you fix the audio, why don't I go get the camel yellow jacket?
Yeah, get that camel yellow jacket.
Fix the audio. Is it just Jim or is it me?
Yellow
is it me or is it just
no,
you?
We're getting the thumbs up, man. How are I don't know how I'm down in certain sports when we run with people like King Rail and Native Queen. I just thank God. I jumped on this WNBA train with you guys. So thankful to be on it with you guys. And Vitalis says echo and low, Jimmy. But regardless of the audio, God damn, it feels good to get off to a winning start.
Yeah,
God and damn, it feels good.
Look what I did with those team totals, right? I said in the morning show, I took Dallas team total. I couldn't tell what I thought about the total, so I said Dallas team total over, LA team total under, and both of them cashed easily, right? You saw that, right?
I did see that.
Very nice. Native Queen went 6-0 in WNBA. I went 5-0 in WNBA. Jim went just 2-0, but
hey, come on.
Compared to me and Native Queen, look at that. You know what I'm saying? And we really broke the hell down out of that game in the morning. We weren't sure about the total. Some people were saying they loved the over. Some people were saying they loved the under. And all that information combined made me decide I'm not going to touch the total. I'm just going to touch the team totals. And they nailed it. And I also even liked the second half under. I just ran out of time as soon as I posted the game was taken off the board, so I didn't have time to. I don't like to pass post things, so I couldn't. But I also like the second half under, so I could have been 6-0 on that one, Jim.
Oh man, God, it feels so good.
Yeah.
I'm thanking this chat, man. This is the sharpest chat in the game. SBR Forum, that's Drew from the SBR Forum, says IFBC approaching. Is the camel jacket attending?
Yeah, I'll bring it. Yeah, for sure. I'll definitely bring it. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to. There's a lot of wardrobe things I might do for the. I got a lot of just wardrobe. I don't know, Jim. I'm a man with style. I don't care about style, but it's just natural. You know what I mean?
That.
So it's like I have these. I have some alligator skin sneakers that I think I'll bring. I never even bust them out. It's just one day I got them because I knew they were cool as hell. And whenever I wear them, people are like, you don't even know that about me, Jim.
I didn't.
Alligator skin sneakers, not shoes. Sneakers.
Respect, man.
Yes.
Twatty Latte says Jimmy and Pete Mutual Admiration Society with mutual hand jobs under the table.
Hell yeah. Mutual hand jobs.
Mutual hand jobs.
I'm into
absolutely.
that shit. No problem.
Why wouldn't you be?
Hell yeah.
You'd be crazy not to be into that shit.
Yeah. Alejandro Blanco says that Wings first half money line was a bummer.
But a ballsy play by you guys who went for it.
Yes.
Sometimes those work out something and say, well, huge brass, big balls to make that play.
Listen, I mean that's the big debate. The more it's tempting to go for the bigger underdog lines, and then if you hit them, you cash. But you are inviting volatility. Jim loved to do that in NHL this past year. Some days You look like a genius. He was 3-0 up 9 units. Other days, you're going to have, a lot more losses if you're taking a lot more underdogs. You know what I'm saying?
And I'm going to do this. I was going over my NHL, and I couldn't believe how many times I would take a dog and they would win by more than 1 goal. So I'm going to go even bigger next year.
Yeah.
King Rail says, tried to tell you guys over in wings. Yes. When King Rail talks, it is best to listen. And that's what you told me to do with WNBA.
Yeah.
Listen, listen, listen. I'm now 12-7.
And what King Rail and others were saying was that if Dallas wins, then it goes over. You know what I'm saying? Which is in fact what happened. So
what a ballsy play, Cambage out and you take them on the second half.
Go ahead, go on Twitter right now. You can see it, Jim.
I will.
+2, +3, +4, whatever it was. Whatever the hell it was.
Andy Blue's calling us the Colostomy Bag crew.
Yeah.
Not on a winning day like today, Andy Blue. But I don't want to get too excited. So what's the score?
Colostomy Bag crew. Yeah.
I'm 4 outs away from glory here. 4 outs away from the Coors Field fade hitting once again.
I'm looking at a second loss here. I'm looking at 0-2 in MLB, and again, there's just something snake bit about me in MLB right now. I had Colorado first half, Arizona second half. Obviously, Arizona won the first half, and now Colorado's about to win the second half. So, and I guess with all of our mutual masturbation, figuratively, that was going on here, we missed the start of the Philly-Baltimore game.
I'm a first 5 Baltimore.
Right, you're on it. But did you want to add anything else, or
no?
right.
I had a goal at the beginning of this week to be down single-digit units in MLB, and I want more. And I'm not going to pat myself on the back for being down single-digit units. Obviously, I want to be better than that. But I feel like it's coming together, and it feels so good. I can sleep at night.
Your reads on MLB over the past week or so have been quite excellent, and mine have been crappy, combined with a little bit of a snake bitness here and there. And but hopefully I'm gonna do something to turn things around. My plays tonight here. Let's go over the plays that we have going on.
I'd like to give a couple shouts out just before. First to Jackie XXXZZ. Well, I'm Canadian, so ZZ for you guys. Driving home from work, watching you guys. Best show on YouTube, and King Rail killing it.
Oh shit,
Jackie adds that. My man Coco Bondo sitting with a White Rock beach, smoking fatties, drinking Moscow mules, and watching this show. Life is good.
Yeah, I hear you on that one. Let me see. Where is that comment from Jackie Ekbets, or what was it? Oh wow, Jackie XXXZ123 driving home from work, watching you guys. Best show on YouTube. Hell yeah, King Rail. # killing it. There you go. Short list for comment of the week. That one from Jackie XXXZ123. All right, let's see. What do you have? Let's see some other comments, and then we'll get into. We do have Natalie Rydstrom joining us at 6:30 Eastern time in the middle of this show to talk about World Cup, so that should be good. I did do my call with Andreas Hale about Fight Night 133. This is one of the most interesting and quirky MMA cards in a while. A lot of weird situations. And Andreas Hale, I gave no official picks in the show because the totals aren't out yet. I want to wait for the props to come out, so I'll give my picks officially tomorrow. If I want to give any picks on UFC Fight Night 133, and is our boy Adam Marak gonna be giving us any picks for that one?
I'm sure he is. I have not. I've been a little busy. No, I'm sure he has. I'm going on it right now.
Yeah.
And
all right, but we are gonna. Andreas Hale has 4 picks. He gave us 4 picks in the video today, and we'll discuss that in the afternoon show. Natalie Rydstrom will be here. We'll go over Jimmy's pick in the CFL. Once again, I'll discuss my opinions on that one, and so it should be an okay show here. And let's see. Let me just get to here. I'll review all of the comments and see if there's any that jump out at me. Ole Miss says, any CFL picks tonight? Yes, Jimmy the Bag already gave Calgary at -2.5. It was -3 most places, but Heritage at 2.5. Jim gave Calgary at -2.5 as an official play. My notes on this game before the lines came out was I was thinking about the Calgary team total over. A little high though. It's 29, which is getting up there. That's almost like those 5.5s in MLB where you like the over, but you're not sure because there's a lot of CFL games that can sneak just under 29. You know what I'm saying? Because they have 1-point plays and stuff. So 27.
They're called rouges.
Yes, right.
Rouges, Pete. Yes. You know what? It's funny because if you listen to the Red Blacks or the Stamps talk about the game, they keep reiterating what a low-scoring affair it's going to be, how it's going to be defensive. We know how they play defensive, low-scoring. It's very strange to hear both sides saying it that way. I'm not entirely entirely sure if it's going to bang out like that. I know a few people that like the over.
Are they trying to psych each other out, or why would they be saying that? Why would they be saying that in the press?
You're right. Why? I mean, clearly it was 14-12 Red Blacks going into the fourth quarter when they played in Calgary. So that was certainly a defensive game. And the Stamps, clearly, to me, they seem like they have the best defense in the CFL.
Yes, they do. They do.
I really like the spot for the Stamps here, getting 3 points. Has that line changed at all?
I don't know. It's a strangely high total. I was thinking that, but on the other hand, I was thinking, I mean, the Stamps have a great defense, and I was thinking that Calgary. So I guess I would be leaning Calgary on the under. Why didn't you take the under, Jim? I'm just curious.
I felt weird that, to be honest, it wasn't even a capping thing. It was just I felt it was very strange that both teams kept saying how it was going to be a low-scoring defensive game. It's going to be a low-scoring defensive game, and I just. Maybe
because they know it's going to be a shootout, and they're like, well, if we're going to have a shootout, we may as well make some money on it. Let's drive this total down, and I'll bet the hell out of the over and cash on it. You think that's what's going on there?
You know, I have not been as confident and comfortable with the totals as I have been with the sides. That's another thing. And I just feel like it's a real simple spot here, taking the best team by far in the league. And some people can get, like Ole Miss got -2.5. I just feel like that's a really, really nice spot there.
Yeah. Why is the line so low? That's another weird question. Why is the line? I mean, another weird line here. Why would the line be quite as low as it is in light of how great Calgary obviously is?
I think people are saying this is a letdown spot. You know, traveling across the country into Ottawa. I don't feel like it's that much of a letdown spot. I think that Calgary has a fresh memory of losing the Grey Cup to this team, has a memory of being down going to the fourth quarter at home against this team, and I think they're going to put the beat down. Now, I don't think they're going to, I'm not saying it's a double-digit victory, but I think getting Calgary at this line is a really nice spot, especially early in the season.
Yeah.
Now, later in the season, I could see them losing a couple road games, but this feels like a finely tuned machine early in the season when the other teams aren't.
Also, how could it be a letdown spot if they're off an off week? I mean,
that's what I said too. We talked about that on the morning show. I feel like this is a rested team in a great position.
Yeah, I mean, my notes here were, I was, will Calgary roll here? And then my next note is, how big of a fave will they be? This is before the lines came out, and obviously I was expecting a higher line, something like 5.5 or 6 or 6.5, and you're like, all right, well, I like Calgary, but should they be that big of a favorite? And no, it's a surprisingly low line that I believe has gotten bet down, right? I mean, it opened at like 3.5, didn't it? Didn't it open at 3.5 or something? And now
I thought it just opened at 3, but Robert Johnson says letdown is just because Calgary always has some games where they crash, and it's a long season. I can understand. I just feel like early in the year is a spot. I would not be. I know I've got to look at the schedule, but I would not be surprised if they start out 6-0 or 7 or 8-0.
Yeah,
they're just a very, very good team.
And they're 3-0 ATS so far, 0-3 over under so far. So I'm thinking that this might be a trend worth betting into one more time this week. Calgary and the under. We'll see. We'll talk about that.
Triple Beam says, "Where is Goatstra? He was 2 months ahead of the A's train, and it's still paying out." God, he certainly was. And I jumped on that. I have futures for them to win the division and win the AL. Really juicy, giant ones.
Yeah, once again, I'm just kind of snake bit. The Oakland second half at Oakland -1. We're in my leans category. I talked about it in the morning. I said it feels like, once again, a situation where Oakland should not be that big of an underdog. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Throw out the starting pitchers. I said it. I made the joke. I was like, this is not the KC Royals, where you're like, well, they're a bad team, but maybe they're worth a shot at +180 anyway. With the A's, they're a great team. And they're worth a shot at 180 anyway. But I didn't have the gut balls to pull the trigger on it. Unreal. There's something wrong with me in MLB right now, but hopefully I'll be able to pull out of it. Let's get to some...
I think that almost whenever Twatty sees value, because he was keeping everything so simple, and then he started taking these A's on team total overs and taking them on the dog lines, and he has a very sharp read on what's going on right now. Not only that, but he started the GoFundMe for Lucrative Larry. Lucrative Larry, by the way, has some family things going on, and he's not going to be here now for the rest of the week, so sadly, we're going to have to move forward without Lucrative Larry, but he will be back next week, and we love him very much. Okay, Vitola says the Pirates have a lot of people out of the lineup. Hope they have enough with low scoring to pull this one out. That's not great.
I did take Pirates -1. Jim's on the Pirates as well. I did take a shot with the under, which some people in the morning show said was a bad call, but I guess that's good for the under. Let's see. I'm looking to some other comments. Wait, let me see. Hold on. People are talking about your morning report. Wind blowing in double digits. Which game are you talking about? The Pittsburgh game?
Yeah, no. Vitalis said he got a recent report out of in Cleveland for the Yankees game, where the wind is much stronger than I have. The 15 miles per hour blowing in, but does settle down.
All right, I'm looking for comments here. Yes, I'm looking for comments here. Shout any up. Yeah, Vitalis says Pirates lineup scaring me, but increasing hopes of the under. Yes, that's how I'm thinking. One way or another. Hopefully, it is a kind of a down spot. It's a tough spot for Milwaukee. That was a tough series in Miami. You know, they used a lot of their bullpen, extra inning games, and this might just be a tough. Pittsburgh can be a tough place to play on the road. You know what I mean? And Pittsburgh traditionally, when they were a bad team, tended to be undervalued at home. There would be a lot of very small home favorite lines like 115, and they would be a great bet. Pittsburgh was traditionally one of the better teams in terms of ROI at home, not because they had a great record necessarily, but because they were undervalued. We'll see. We'll talk about it a little bit more. We're looking for some other comments, and any comments? Just shout them out, Jim. Any comments that you see, just shout them out.
Chris Garza going Snell all in. A bunch of people are going with Snell. I find that I just tread very carefully. You could easily get screwed by one of these thunderstorms. There's 4 or 5 in the area.
Yeah.
I just hate it if you guys. I'm staying off that game completely. I would just hate it if you guys, go heavy on in Snell and there's a 2-hour rain delay and you only get a couple innings of his service.
Mitchell Chagas no longer interested in Pirates money line. Weak sauce lineup, still love the under. A lot of people are now off of the Pirates lineup, and of course that happens in MLB. A lot of times you should just wait until the lineup to make your final decisions. Let me see. Parlay Poppy says, Pete, time to get real. Get some pigtails. All the hipsters are doing it in LA. Really? I might do that. I definitely follow hipster trends. I have no problem with that. I can do hipster trends and not be a sucker like hipsters are. I like to do that sometimes. I might do that. Thank you very much, Parlay Poppy. Pigtails. Let's see. What else do we have here? Any other
Parlay Poppy trying to get you a Pantene Pro V sponsorship, man. Yeah. Love that.
Shout out, Parlay Poppy. Thank you very much. Any other comments? Just shout them out, and then we'll get
Yanks guy says only positive with those thunderstorms. Ray's bullpen has clear edge. I get it, but the line that you're buying into is a line that's for Snell, and if Snell wasn't starting, you'd get a much more advantageous line. So I understand what you guys are saying. I'm comfortably off of it.
Yeah. Is that game? I didn't even look at that game. I assume it's going to be rained out. Is that game going or not?
I don't know. I know so many people who are capping and making plays on it, so they must feel like it's going. Goose says, which way are you on Phillies first 5 over under? Not on the total, just on the Orioles.
Okay. Joshua Smith says, so glad you guys are hyped tonight. Freaks me out when you're low energy. Are we low energy? When are we low energy?
When I'm losing, I can get low energy. I understand that, but we're off to a great start.
See, I always think that maybe the show will be more professional if there was a little bit more muted energy and not so spazzy. You know what I'm saying? But I guess spazzy works on camera. I don't know, Jim.
I don't know.
People like the high energy.
They do. They like screams and yells, man.
They do.
Keep the shit exciting.
Here you go, Paco Healy. Shout out to Paco Healy. He says, really is best show. What he's trying to say is he just doesn't want to make that comment just a trite comment that everyone makes. He wants to emphasize that he really thinks it's the best show. Shout out to Paco Healy. Love that comment. Thank you so much. He goes, really is best show. I'm at happy hour tuning everything out but my earbuds. Cheers, gents. Cheers to you, Paco Healy.
Absolutely. I love
Thanks
Paco
so
Healy.
much.
King Rail coming in with a summer league play. Blazers -6. Colf Coleon says, Jimmy gets low energy. It's been a tough baseball season, Colf. It's been a tough baseball season, so I've come to work a little down sometimes, Colf. But right now, I'm coming back. I'm coming back, Colf.
All right, Jimmy the Bag is coming back in a good mood. Nice to see Jimmy the Bag winning in MLB and listening and winning in WNBA. Just doing the right things, making the right moves over the past week or so, Jimmy the Bag.
It's been okay. It's been okay. Long way to go.
Absolutely. All right, so I guess let's get into MLB. We have Natalie coming in 10 minutes. Here are the picks that I have going for tonight. Yankees on the second half, money line -125. That feels like one of those plays where it's just like, no matter if I have a good read or a bad read, that's just like one of those blind plays that tonight. Anytime you're on the Yankees second half, you're probably not too much. You're probably in a positive EV situation and couldn't be too much of in a negative situation. So I have the Yankees second half money line minus 125, and then I just have this Pittsburgh game. I do have the under 8.5 at minus 125, and the run line minus 1. So I have Pittsburgh minus 1 plus 118, and the under 8.5 minus 125. You know, those are kind of anti-correlated. So if it goes over, I'm guessing it's because well, no, Milwaukee could crush Tyone. But those are the three plays I got hanging. Yankees second half money line, Pittsburgh under 8.5 minus 125, and the run line minus 1 at plus 118. And then, of course, in my lead, we'll talk about my leans in a second. All of Jimmy the Bags plays that he's got hanging. He's got the Dodgers minus 1.5 at minus 115. He's got Baltimore first half. That is already off. Washington Mets first half under 3.5 minus 112. Pittsburgh money line minus 125, and Seattle money line minus 104. The big game with the leans that I haven't pulled the trigger on, that I'm not sure what to do about, is the Boston-Toronto game. The question is just what to expect from Hap. We got some pretty heavyweight opinions in the morning show saying that they expect Hap to have a better than expected start, that this is, that Boston's not good against quality lefties, and that this is an important start for Hap to save his season, or whatever they said, and that they think he's going to have a better than expected start here. Both Price and Hap have been struggling recently. To my eye, based on my numbers, Hap's struggles have been more fundamental as opposed to Price's. Price's were a little bit. Price had kind of a quirky year all year long, and I'm thinking that Price might be a little bit better. And of course, Boston also has a big edge in the lineup and in the bullpen, right?
Absolutely.
And Toronto's just kind of an ass team. But there were people suggesting that Toronto might be the play. I believe it was Sosana who said he loved Toronto as an underdog. It concerns me that so many people thought that we respect thought that Hap was going to have a good start. So those are my leans. I was also thinking about leaning under in the Washington Mets games, first half and full game at 7 and 3.5. A bunch of people in the morning show were saying that's a dead under game. Washington and the Mets, first half and full game. Jim, of course, is already on the...
Nick here says, I think Nats will hit Mats tonight. Sneaky upside to Nats bats that have hit bottom.
Uh-huh.
Interesting.
Yeah, that is pretty interesting. Let's see if there are any line moves of note. Let's see. Line moves of note. Well, the Mets have gotten bet. The Nats have gotten bet even higher. They were. I forgot what they were in the morning show. I think they were around minus 190 or so. Now up to into the minus 200s, minus 211 at Pinnacle. So clearly, Pinnacle is not reacting as though the Mets are a live dog here tonight. Who else has gotten bet up? The Dodgers have gotten bet up. Wow, they're now into the minus 190s. Pinnacle at minus.
And we know that Kemp. We were just told that Matt Kemp will not be in the lineup. I believe that was Dave Alley giving us that information.
Okay.
Yeah, Dave Alley has got a great read on both LA Angels and LA Dodgers.
Not much movement in the Boston game at all, and the Yankees continue to take money. They are now a pretty, healthy favorite now over Kluber and the Yankees. Interesting, a 20-cent move against Corey Kluber. The Yankees opened at plus 101 at Pinnacle. Now they're up to minus 119 at Pinnacle. So a strong 20-cent market move since opening against Corey Kluber. You don't see that every day, Jim.
No, you don't.
Yeah.
No doubt about it. You don't see that every day.
Especially in this price range. Sometimes
imagine,
you see...
getting Kluber at a plus line at home.
Yeah,
That's strange. But we did talk about, he had a nice start last out, but had 4 tough starts before that. So, but wow, I don't remember ever seeing Kluber at a plus line at home.
Yeah. All right. So the only games I'm really thinking about is this friggin' Boston game, about whether I want to throw on if I want to bet that basically it's a bet that Hap gets hit. Although I guess if you're betting Boston minus 1, that's a bet that maybe Price can match him. I don't like the fact that Sosana loved Toronto here.
No, and Sasana, God, I just love these guys so much. But what a great little note he gave us here. It's on a different game, but let me just quickly get to it. Here's a stat I've been riding, but not feeling it with the Twins coming off sweep and a day off. But the Twins are 15-6 in their last 21 home games versus a left-handed starter. 15-6, and now they're going up against Snell. I think that game's going to get rained out, and I almost feel like if you have money on Snell right now, you almost want it to be rained out, because if it starts, you're going to be so worried that it's going to be stopped.
Yeah. All right, I'm going to hold off on this Boston game. Let me see. The people are expecting a good start from Hap. Again, the Boston team total over is 5 at the small plus money, and the first 5 innings is 2.5 minus 115. Man, those are all leans for me.
Dom Ricci says Toronto gets smashed.
Yeah.
I got Boston run line in my 3-teamer. Great to have Dom with us. Robert Balla says, seems like you have to take Kluber at home with plus money.
Mm-hmm. It does seem like that. And then there are 2 second-half home big underdogs, the Mets and San Diego, that both might have a little bit of value there. Mets at plus 160, San Diego at plus 150. It does seem like Boston. I mean, Toronto's just not a great team, are they?
They're a bad baseball team.
Yeah. And what do we expect from Hap here? Do you think Hap's going to be okay?
Why don't we take a look at this lineup they're trotting out today?
Yeah. What are the lineups they're trotting out?
Grichuk, Lourdes, Gurriel, 1-2. I mean, that's very questionable. I mean, Teoscar Hernandez is batting 4th. Morales has actually picked up his game. Kobe doesn't. No, I don't mean to speak for him, but I remember him saying earlier this year that he just will not back the Jays with Russell Martin in the lineup. I don't know if you remember him saying that. Pilar, Travis, Alidmus, Diaz. That's a bad lineup. That's a bad lineup. Just a really bad lineup. But I'm not comfortable with this spot. I guess, you know what, if I had to make a move, and Kobe's saying that Justin Turner might be out for the Dodgers as well. I'm not going to like that. If I had to make a move, I certainly would take the Red Sox minus 1.5. I pretty much think that's the play. What is the Red Sox at minus 1.5?
You know, plus 110, something like that. It's plus 112, plus 115. All right, I'll throw that one on there. I mean, Hap might be good, but Price might be good too. And then you got the other advantages. I'll throw that one on there. I'll just throw it on there. Boston minus 1. We'll see how it turns out. It's not going to be too big of a favorite line. The line is headed down a little bit. Bookmaker has minus 163. That's nice. So I'm going to take minus 163 on the money line. And then the run line, I believe, will be plus 115. That is at the
you can put
Bookmaker.
me in for that plus
sure?
115.
All right, okay. You don't want to be tailing me right now, Jim, but Jim's going to take it. Boston on the run line plus 115, and I'm taking Boston minus 1, and definitely a lean to Boston on the first 5 innings team total over, which I'm not going to throw in.
Kobe coming in now with what he says. The Grichuk, Escobar, and Solarte have been producing. Escobar. He must mean. He must mean Teoscar Hernandez.
Yeah. All right. Well, in
and
the
he
meantime,
says, I hate backing Jays with Martin in, but Price is pitching like total shit, and I will not back him at a big price.
Yeah, I hear you. And so maybe even Boston on the second half might be worth the play. What would that line be? Let me just see where that line. Yeah, minus 115. All right, I'm just going to take a shot with Boston minus 1. I might get burned here. I'm not going to take the Boston first 5 innings team total over, so you know what that means. The first 5 inning team total over is going to hit, and Boston minus 1 will lose. But we'll see.
No, come on.
Yeah,
Stay
we'll
positive,
see.
Pete.
All right, anyway, it is 6:30 Eastern time, so Natalie's supposed to come in right now, but we didn't get to CFL or WNBA. We already kind of talked about CFL.
We only have one game to talk about with the World Cup, so we could probably talk about those games with Natalie here.
You think Natalie wants to sit here while we just yap about MMA and stuff like that?
Why not?
She's just going to sit here like an asshole on camera saying nothing, just sitting there?
Have you ever seen her sit like an asshole? No, I think she'd have valuable stuff.
Okay, she's of course free to leave if
she can walk at any time.
Yeah. All right, well, it's 6:30 Eastern time. Let's bring in from Team Bankroll the great Natalie Rydstrom.
Hey,
doing this for a long time. Really
Thank you
won
for
hearts
joining.
and minds, making believers out of
free to
people
come in.
with her research, with her commentary, with her accent, with her good nature. And welcome back, Natalie Rydstrom.
My good nature.
Yeah,
How are you doing,
no.
Mr. Loshak?
Mr. Up and
Bag?
down, up and down.
Good.
I'm doing great in WNBA, kind of shitty in baseball, but of course on the year I'm doing great in baseball. So as with sports betting, as it is most of the time, some big ups and big downs, at the same time, which is
Do you know what? World Cup.
Yeah.
I have to say, as much as I have loved it, financially it's hit me a little. Not much.
Has it?
Not much. A couple of units down, I have to say. So it's not too much in the hole, and we've got the new season coming along, but I've enjoyed it, but bank account a little less.
I hear
But listen, good to be on Ole Miss. I take it now. I've got my computer this time so I can read all the comments.
Beautiful.
Yes.
Yeah, I called France and they advanced. I also liked England. It was looking good until halftime. What happened there?
Tell me about it. Shout out Dave LA, Natalie Money Gang, First Lady.
Oh, very nice. Okay.
I got a shout out. Yeah,
Nice.
I got my part of the Money Gang, and
Nice.
I feel very honoured. I have to
Yes.
say. Yeah, I feel very privileged. But
They let you in the money gang.
They did.
Wow.
I know.
I didn't know that.
I feel really privileged and honoured. I really do.
I thought they would never let you in, but they did.
My man Twatty Latte says Natalie bringing up the general attractiveness of the talent.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying.
Bringing
All right.
up, yeah.
So we got. So the question is, Croatia is once again an underdog. Are they just getting disrespected here? Natalie Rydstrom, what do you think? They're again a big underdog, right? They're a big Croatia.
Croatia, the underdog.
Yeah.
I think one of the large things that they're saying is that Croatia have done several matches which have gone into like extra time and penalties. You know, as far as pitch time, Croatia have really been doing the work. But you know, they've got this. They're very strong. They're very determined, and they've got a fighting mentality. Alex was on the show today. And he said that he's not playing the outrights. The obvious bet does seem to be France, but then a couple of comments that I was reading as well saying that France is hard to trust if you look at, say, their performance to Argentina. So the obvious play, captain obvious play, does seem to be France at 1.95. And I tell you, it's a nice price, but I'm not touching it.
Tomoy says, how can France only be a half-goal favorite against Croatia? This is the same line we saw with England. England and Croatia aren't in France's class, in my opinion.
England and Croatia are not in France's class. Really? Is that the case, huh? So England but England, right? But England was a big favorite over Croatia.
They weren't a big favorite.
Was that a wrong line?
They weren't a big favorite, remember? It was
Right.
about, but they were like marginal. But then remember, we were talking about the English betting public.
Yeah, right.
Bringing
I
that
guess
price
that's
down. So I
true.
said that it was like a bit like misconceiving. Like it
Yeah,
wasn't like,
they were about a 60% favorite to win, I think, right? Or to advance, something like that. About 60% or something like that. But yeah, so wow.
Barca man, both teams to score.
Yes.
At a big juicy line.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Here we go. England was 2.37 and Croatia was 3.5.
On the three-way.
On the freeway line, yeah. With the draw 3.1.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we got some great tech on both teams to score. Really seems to be the play. Belgium, England on this one, but it's low.
Yeah.
It's 1.53. Now, this match is sort of described as meaningless,
right?
Because it's kind of like the two losers, almost as battling it out for third place. But what this does do is it gives some of the team chance to get some pitch time that maybe they weren't in the starting 11. So I think we are going to see a sort of a rotated team, and really it's going to be these players that have got something to prove. So they're going to come on this pitch and they'll want to prove something for themselves. They're on now like a world stage and they want to get out there and I think they want to do their best. So it really should be a fun, entertaining match. I think it's going to be open, and you just look at the over 2.5 goals is 1.65. When have we seen the over priced 1.65? Usually it's the other way around.
Sure.
The under is priced 2.3. Normally it's the other way around.
Sure, absolutely.
Both teams to score 1.53, right?
Yeah, but I mean the consolation games are traditionally higher scoring, so the line makes sense to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, the 3 is just 3 plus 104 in that one, and we do have some interesting comments here. Let me see. So Top Shelf Sniper says Croatia is a class above England. Sports with Scott says England was overrated, only got there because they had an easy schedule. France has been through the gauntlet and should be ready to win this match. All right, so I guess the England line was just way off, and I didn't quite see it. Others certainly did.
Lamont Williams says, I think Croatia all the way. I told
wow.
you Wednesday Croatia run line the game over. He did, and he was right on both. Whatever make you happy, France 3-1. Trevor Andrews saying third place match has an average of 4.1 goals per game since 1978.
I know, right?
Wow.
So what are we looking at?
I'm sorry, what did you say? What did you say since 1978?
Goals.
The average, my man Trevor Andrews, who was at our party in Toronto that we had, and we all got heavily liquored up, says third place match has an average of 4.1 goals per game.
Right. I mean, it's traditionally a much higher scoring game, which makes a lot of sense. Farouk Islam says Croatia is hungrier. The first half draw and second half Croatia takes it by a goal. Yeah, how about just capping the World Cup off with yet one more first half draw bet? What do you think? Is that another kind of no-brainer play here? First half draw?
No.
No? Why not?
No, because I think it could be anything. I think it could be open. Who knows? Something maybe like the highest scoring half second, something like that. But, the Alex Classic, both teams to score in the over 2.5 goals could be a good one. Also quite liking Belgium to qualify, but it's low, 1.62.
Oh, no, I was talking about France-Croatia, the first half draw. First half draw, France-Croatia at about minus 117.
Maybe.
You know?
Maybe.
Yeah.
I do like the highest scoring half being the second one in France versus Croatia.
Yeah, could easily see this one being zip after the first half.
Yeah.
Right.
And then there was another bet as well, which is over 2 goals. I believe it's one of the over 2 goals on the Asian handicap as well, which is a good one.
On which one? France, Croatia.
France versus Croatia. Yeah.
Really? Okay. Yeah. That's a 2 dog line. It's 2 plus 106, and the first half, maybe the exact score in the first half 0-0. What about that? I could easily see that. Would you not easily see 0-0 in the first half?
I think we could see.
Is that not the most likely result?
I was even looking like France to score first, something like that. I think France is likely to score first, and I think then Croatia is going to fight.
All right. Well, let's see what the smart people in our comments section have to say. People who know more than we do. Norm L says, "Don't waste your money on Croatia. France is winning this game." Does seem like there are quite a few more people strongly preferring France here. Tom Reno says, "I think France is clearly better, but Croatia isn't an up-tempo team. They will likely slow the game down and defend, which could give France problems." Yeah, I'm telling you. What's the bet for 0? What are the odds for 0-0 at the first half? No score in the first half. That might be a good play. I kind of agree with that with Tomarino Tomor. Farouk Islam says, Croatia's hungrier first half draw, and second half Croatia takes it by 1 goal. I don't know about that, but I definitely like the first half draw.
The Reaver like 0-0 at the half. Let me get that right.
What are the odds right now? I might make that.
Just plus 125.
Plus 125. All right, not that great of an odd for an exact score like that. But yeah.
Justin Searcy coming in. Croatia wins. Book it.
Wow. Yeah.
Zolo Age says Croatia the better team. It just feels like France in the final 2 years ago at home against Portugal. Croatia better than Portugal. Croatia to lift the trophy. Small bet on the 3-way.
Alejandro Cifuentes says, Loshak, I'm back. Welcome back, Alejandro Cifuentes. That's a cool name. Alejandro Cifuentes. Welcome back, baby. Let me see. Sports with Scott says France is better. If you like Croatia, though, don't take the money line. Team plays for extra time. Wow. Alejandro Blanco, Croatia to lift cup. Wow.
And you know, these two met as well in 1998, which saw France when it was in the World Cup, and France won 2-1. It's a bit of a revenge match here for Croatia.
Yeah.
OG Johnson says, don't overthink it. France wins, Croatia's banged up.
Croatia's banged up. On the other hand, Lamont Williams says, no, Pete, it's a good game. Croatia hungry. They're going to win. Trust me. Wow.
Wow. So, first off, the play is the Alex special on the Saturday game.
Okay.
Both teams to score over 2.5.
Yes.
And you're taking that one as an official play?
I'm not sure yet. I got to look at the odds.
Or just the over 2.5 goals is 1.65. Not bad. There's a little touch of value in that one. But both teams to score, though, France versus Croatia. I was also looking at some prop bets as well. You've still got a little bit. If people think that Croatia is going to win, you can actually couple that with, it is the golden ball. Now, Harry Kane has pretty much already won.
What?
Ball. Ball. As you say, ball.
Ball. Ball. Oh, I got you. Okay.
I know.
Okay.
Ball. B-A-L-L. Ball. I know it sounds like there's an R in it. That's just how we say it.
I mean, I was like, the golden what?
The ball.
Okay. Got it.
The circular
got
thing
it.
that they're playing with.
Yes.
So top goal scorer, Harry Kane currently sits at 6 goals. So that's why he's 1.06. But the golden ball, Mbappe priced 1.91 right now with William Hill, and Luka Modric priced at 3. So if you think that Croatia is going to win, Luka Modric will win the golden ball.
Here we go, another one. Brazil Bet King, watching you guys from Brazil. Best show ever. Hell yeah. Croatia all day. France can't be trusted. Overrated team. Wow. Really?
Trevor Andrews says this is a once-in-a-lifetime chance for Croatia.
Yes.
The nation will never get this opportunity at this level again. They're going to give it their all.
Yeah.
France will be here
they're
again.
Fighters. They're fighters.
Swati Latte says, Pete, you're scaring Natalie.
Yes, I am. That's a straight. Wow.
I'm used to him.
Strong opinions both ways. Multiple strong opinions saying, like, guys, France is just way better. Don't even think about it. Other people say, guys, Croatia's more hungry. They want it, and they're going to put up a fight. I don't know what I think now.
Both teams to score.
Yeah.
2.37. Or you get some bookies get as odds as 2.4. I think that's a good bet. Croatia have got a goal in them.
Do you think?
At least, yeah. I think they will. You saw how they backed. And to be honest with you, I'm sad obviously that England aren't in the finals, but I'm not sad because they lost to the better team.
Really?
I thought they gave up, and yes, I was disappointed, to be honest with you. Harry Kane just didn't show up.
Yeah.
He was on pitch, but he may as well have not have been. He just wasn't even there. So
all right. Well, I'm not sure what I think. Obviously, I'm definitely leaning over in the Saturday game with everyone else, both teams to score and all that. In France, Croatia, I'm not exactly sure what I think here. I'm thinking that I think Tom Marino might be right here. That Croatia is going to slow the game down. Might be a little bit difficult for France, and maybe even the first half under at 1 in case someone does score. You're protected there. Let me see what those odds would be. First half under, if that is up right now. World Cup first half under at 1. It's probably going to be a huge favorite line. What's so funny?
He says that if Natalie could sit on the other side of the room, she would.
Tratte latte with the jokes. Tratte latte. All right, very nice. Tratte latte. All right, so do we want to make any official picks? Joseph King says France will lift the cup. They learned from Euro 2016 final defeat. They admit they took Portugal for granted in that game. They won't make the same mistake with Croatia. France money line. Yes, that's another thing I look for in all sports. Elite teams that have it in their recent memory, taking another team for granted, right? That apparently is the case here with France. What do you think about that?
Do you think they'll take? Do you think they'll think this is going to be an easy match for them?
I don't know. I mean, how could you? But then the other argument against that is whenever you're in like a major championship final, how can you ever be taking the other team for granted?
I think so as well. And I think that they saw. Don't forget that France saw obviously the match between Croatia and England, and they saw their fight. And so no, I don't think that they will take this lightly.
Yeah.
They'll be trying to win this, won't they?
Yeah. Kobe Valentine says Croatia's lack killer instinct at times. This should be a close game since neither side will want to concede goals, but I think France have enough resources to get the job done. I'm telling you, I think that the first half either at 0-0 or maybe taking a shot with first half under 1 at a big favorite line, protecting yourself against one goal being scored might be the way to go.
Yeah, I like Joseph King as well. Says France will lift the cup. They learned from the Euro 2016 final defeat. I think that is the case here as well. I think as well, France will score first. I really like that bet, but it's super low, 1.36. I think it was. It's very, very low. But France will open up the scoreboard. Croatia have to score. You can't sit and defend for 90 minutes, can you? This is like
right.
You have to score because otherwise, so they both will score.
And here we go, Kids Club Holiday Show. I think this is the best comment of them all. The World Cup final is traditionally a rigged bore fest, and this year's competition has featured shady, lackluster games all throughout the competition. So I bet Putin will let both teams play goals. #goals. Wow. Okay. So Kids Club Holiday Show predicting a reversal of form, expecting a higher scoring game than normal, and not another low-scoring rigged bore fest. Wow. All right, you guys want to make any official bets here? I think we're lagging a little bit. Let's keep the energy up.
I've already said both teams to score.
Both teams
France
to score.
versus Croatia.
Okay, very nice.
I think I'm going to wait. Do you have more World Cup videos coming out in the next?
We do.
Yeah.
So on on Sunday morning before the final, 1 hour before the final, we're going to do a hangout, Team Bankroll getting together, and so it's basically all our minds put together, and we'll also see the lineup as well. So that's when we will cast our official plays for France versus Croatia, Belgium, England. I do like the Alex Classic. I like the over 2.5 goals, but it's a tough one because you don't know. There's going to be a lot of rotation, but we should see a lot of goals here. Maybe even the over 3.5 goals as well. I think.
Really?
Yeah.
Stephen Alla is a man we love from our chat. He's a Marine. Says, Natalie, can you tell us what you think about Ronaldo to Juventus?
I don't know where to begin. I think obviously it's their I don't think buying Ronaldo obviously to boost their Champions League efforts.
And their stock has risen.
Yeah, well, Juventus are already sort of like top of Serie A, aren't they? And they're always top of Serie A, but struggle a little bit with Napoli this year. But I think, I don't know. It'll be interesting to see what Real Madrid. I'm more interested to see what happens now with Real Madrid, because sometimes you get players that are in the shadow of such a strong player, like it's Ronaldo's team, and you've sort of seen, like I was having this conversation like the other day with somebody, even sort of Benteke and Aston Villa, and how good he was, but then he went to Liverpool. Liverpool and was really outshone. And so sometimes, we're going to see, for example, like Bale, maybe, he's going to get more pitch time. He was sort of threatening to leave and come back to the Premier League, but he said, I want more pitch time. So I know that Ronaldo was the one that sort of wanted the move, but I think that it might be actually really good to see some other players shine. That's what I'm more excited about.
Wonderful, wonderful. All right, Paco Healy says, brisker. Let's go. Let's pick it up, baby. All right, so Jimmy the Bag is going to hold off on official picks as of right now. People are asking what was Jimmy's CFL play. He's on Calgary minus 2.5. We did find a 2.5. Most other places have 3. I was still leaning under on that one and thinking about the first half under and thinking about taking Calgary as well.
Do you mind if we talk about that game a little bit, Natalie? Do you mind hanging with us while we talk about a couple other sports?
Yeah, all right.
And,
Maybe you can maybe you can give me a play that I'm just going to blindly follow.
I would
not the Diamondbacks one.
Yes, I know. I hurt you guys badly with that Diamondbacks play, and it's haunted me.
Jim, you gave her the Diamondbacks?
Yeah.
I gave her the Diamondbacks. Yeah.
Okay.
It was a bad
Apparently
night.
It was a lock and everything.
Yeah, they were playing the Mets.
You told her it was a lock.
No, I don't use that word.
Okay, I knew you didn't use that word. I knew. I was like, wait a minute.
Use that
that's
word.
That's not my boy Jimmy. He wouldn't have said lock.
Actually, it was on camera as well. Maybe it wasn't lock. It was on.
okay.
Yeah, it was on camera and everything.
All right.
I was very drunk, but I don't think I used the word lock. Yes, I think that this is a great spot for the Stampeders. We're talking a little college football, Canadian football, CFL football here. Yes, I know that the Red Blacks can play the Stamps team tough, but I just feel like the Stamps are the class of the league. The Stamps are coming off of a bye week. This is such a great spot for them, where the Red Blacks beat the Alouettes by 10 points. They didn't look great doing it. Dave Dickinson has not lost as a coach to this Ottawa Red Blacks team. There are 2 ties included. Trevor Harris is playing well, but I think this is the best defense in the CFL. William Powell is running well. I think the Stamps are going to run the ball down the Red Blacks' throat today. I think they're going to try. And if they run like crazy, I do think that the under will definitely be in play.
And in the meantime, the line continues to move in Ottawa's favor, Jim. In the morning show, only Heritage had 2.5, but they were obviously ahead of the market. Now Pinnacle and Bookmaker have dropped to 2.5, and Bet Online just moved down to a 3 minus 123. Looks like they're going to be dropping to 2.5 soon as well. So late money continues to come in on Ottawa, and I will give an official pick on this one. I will give first half under. First half under. It's a 27 market wide, except Bet365 has 27.5 minus 110. So I'm going to throw that one on there as well. I'm going to throw on the Ottawa game. First half under 27.5 minus 110. I've made that one an official pick, Jim, and I would lean full game under as well. But
I would as well.
Yeah, I'm just going to stick with the first half for now, and I don't really want to double up. Things could open up in the second half, depending on how things go. These offenses can be very productive, obviously. So I'm just going to take the first half under 27.5 minus 110. Official pick.
I think this is a good spot. Jonathan Manson says Stamps will have some holes to fill this week. Eric Rogers and Terry Williams are out. But see, this is the big thing. Cordero Law is back in. Justin Renfro back in. Those are big additions. This is a rested team. Each team in the CFL gets 3 bye weeks during the season, and I think that a nice bye week after 3 games in the season is a perfect time for this Stamp squad. I expect them to play very, very well.
All right, so Jimmy the Bag has taken Calgary, took it in the morning show. That's his only play. I'm just going to take one play as well. First half under 27.5 minus 110. And how about we move on to a little MMA? How about that? Go ahead.
I have a quick question.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Well, I'm just looking. So the CFL, Canadian Football League, and there are 9 teams. So I'm guessing that if you wanted to bet, they're quite easy. It must be quite easy to follow. You've got 9 teams to follow.
Yes.
I understand. Do you guys generally bet the CFL? Is this like or do you just sort of dabble in it? Like, how does it?
No, we more than dabble.
Yeah.
It's a great spot. It's because you're right, because there's only 9 teams.
Make on this league.
Yeah, and I would set up whole vacations to Vegas around one CFL game. Now there's a lot of volatility, but I find that is in the beginning of the year. And at the end of the year.
With any sport, isn't it?
Yeah, beginning of the year, end of the year.
Yeah.
So in the middle of the year, you can really find a nice spot. And
you said we're in week 5 right now, so I'm guessing we've just gotten out of the the tumultuous start, and now we can actually start to make a bit of money.
I think so. But what happens is there's been teams that have been embarrassed. embarrassed, and like a lot of these teams, like Saskatchewan Roughriders, it's the only professional sports team in the province. They get destroyed in the newspapers all week, and then they come out pounding. So there have been huge dogs that have won outright.
Wow.
And
my sense is that there's usually one great team each year that wins and covers past week 5, like week into week 7, 8, and 9, and you see teams that are like 7-0, 8-0, 9-0, sometimes straight up and against the spread, and then right around then is when they start to become a bad bet, not necessarily on their straight up games, but on their spreads, and when you start to see some surprising results with the elite teams. Do you say that, Jim, or not really?
Sorry, I was laughing.
No, that's all right. That's okay.
Well, so what is your like your banker, your like favorite bet then from week 5 for the
From week
CFL?
5?
Yes.
First half under. That's my only banker.
First half under in which
27 and a half. It goes on in 30 minutes.
Okay.
30 minutes. Natalie Rydstrom, 30 minutes away from where we are right now. Okay, let's see. Let me just pull up. Let's talk about MMA just a little bit before we wrap the show up. All right. This was a fun show. Natalie, we were talking about this before. Is there any way we could, after the World Cup is over, maybe have some sort of regular guest spot? You could give us, tennis plays, all the stuff. What are you going to be covering after the World Cup?
Yeah.
Tell us what. EPL, of course, right? Yes.
Yeah,
but I mean in the high season.
Oh, of course, yeah. No, we start. So I actually have my first holiday, or you guys call it vacation. We call it a holiday. It's starting on Wednesday.
Really?
I'm literally out.
Really? For how long? For how long?
3 weeks.
3 weeks.
Nice.
Wow. I haven't had a 3-week vacation in my entire life.
Pete,
The official
Pete, I had 3 weeks from maternity, and that was it. That was the
I
last
know.
time. If I want
hear
a
you.
break, I have to have a baby.
Yes,
That's
yes,
anyway.
absolutely.
So this one.
The last time I had a vacation was 9/11.
Was it?
Yep, 2001. Yep.
Maybe you just came back from somewhere.
No, I mean I'm talking about a vacation for more than like 3 days.
Oh,
You really dig deep to find reasons to vacation.
Yeah,
Huh?
absolutely.
They don't let
All
you go
right,
here.
So,
No, we will. I'll happily join. And I think I was speaking with Jimmy here, and I said even like on a Thursday or something like that, because some of our matches start on a Friday. It's all like weekend plays. So next, so I think it's 11. It's the 12th of 12th. Yeah.
yes, Jim Rome's a douche says peacocking. Natalie, do you know what peacocking is?
Nope.
Oh, it would work. If you don't know what peacocking is, it would work. You know what peacocking is, right, Jim?
No, I know what long cocking
Oh
is.
God, come on, these guys. You gotta get hip to the hip shit. All right, let's see. Let's get a little bit of MMA insights. Let's review what Andreas Hale told us in the again. I didn't make any picks. This is a wacky card, and anyway, the point I was trying to make was that we're gonna try to arrange it so that Natalie can have some sort of like regular guest appearance every week during the high season, whether it's covering EPL or whatever.
That would be
We'll figure it
wonderful.
out. I think it's going to be awesome. I think it makes the show a lot better and a lot more dynamic. All right, so UFC 133, UFC Fight Night 133. We got weird stuff coming up on this card. We've got both Chad Mendes and JDS, who are favorites off of very long layoffs. So we don't know exactly what we're going to get from either of these guys, and we have seen line moves in favor of the dog. Mendes, Miles Jury opened at about minus plus 180. Andreas Hale told me he saw plus 210. Now he's all the way down into the plus 130. So big money coming in on Miles Jury, which is understandable in light of where Mendes is. But Andreas Hale made Chad Mendes an official pick at minus 150, and I think that makes some sense. All the reports are coming in that Mendes is training like a beast, that he's raring to go, and that the layoff won't matter at all, and that he should have the edge over Miles Jury. So Andreas Hale made Chad Mendes an official pick at minus 150, and I would have to vaguely agree with that. And Andreas Hale also made JDS at minus 170 an official pick as well. This is a really weird situation. He's fighting against Ivanov. What's so funny, Jim? What's so funny?
I'm trying to keep my shit together.
People aren't paying attention.
No,
making
Ole
Natalie
Miss
jokes.
is Ole Miss is they're both Parlay Poppy and Ole Miss are on the other side. They
You
think
like
Miles Jury.
really?
Ole Miss says Miles Jury to the bank. Parlay Poppy says Miles Jury all day. So
yeah, the money has coming in. The money has been coming in on Jury here. It makes me a little bit nervous because Mendes, all the reports that we've been reading are that he's raring to go, he's in great form, great shape, and that he should have the edge here. But clearly, the market has been betting Miles Jury down. And Andreas also admitted that at plus 210 on the opening line, Jury would have had some value. But now he's down to plus 132 into the 130s, and it appears like he's continuing to be just bet even further down. We'll see if any money comes comes back on Mendes closer to fight night, I think probably that will be the case. And then Andreas Hale also likes JDS. Another weird matchup here. Ivanov really just hasn't fought any. He lost to Volkov, the only real quality heavyweight that he's ever fought, and he's taken a massive step up here in competition. The question is just how much does JDS have now? And Andreas Hale thinks that JDS will have a lot. He's off a layoff of more than a year, minus 170, which is not a huge line if he has a major talent advantage over Ivanov, which is probably the case. The Northcutt Otto fight is very, very weird. I can't even. Northcutt is, of course, a youngster who came in with a ton of talent. Sick abs. Natalie, you should see this guy's abs. While you're sitting here, why don't you do a search for Sage Northcutt abs?
No, I'm actually just doing a search for peacocking.
Oh no, okay, yes, peacocking with respect to the game.
Display oneself ostentatiously.
Right, no, but it has a specific
strut like a peacock. Is that what?
I'm too hip for my own good. I'm like the hippest guy in the world. Yes, it's with respect to
peacocks in front of the full-length mirror.
Right. Yes, with respect to the game technique. You know what the game is? This is way too much to discuss right now.
Dressing for attention.
Yes, no. All right, we'll talk about it later. We'll talk about it later.
Dressing for attention?
Yes.
And you have a new nickname now. You're Pistol Peacock. So that's nice. That's nice, eh?
All right. So anyway, the other plays that Andreas Hale likes, he likes Nico Price at plus 110, and he specifically singled out this one fight, which is Volkanovski against Darren Elkins. Says that Darren Elkins, there's no way Elkins should be this big of an underdog. He's about plus 280 in the plus 270s. Andreas Hale said that that's a fight that I did not break down, but I'm assuming that Andy Marak will give us a nice breakdown of that fight.
He will.
Because certainly Elkins in his career has been repeatedly cashing as an underdog. Once again, he's a huge underdog here, and Andreas believes that once again Elkins is getting disrespected, should not be an underdog of plus 275 or plus 280. So those are the four plays that Andreas gave. Elkins as a huge underdog, Price as a small underdog, and then Mendes and JDS as modest favorites. Those were his four picks on the card, and I'm not exactly sure what I think of the rest of this card. I'm going to wait till the totals come out, wait till the props come out, and then maybe make some official picks. But again, it's a wacky card. Dennis Bermudez, of course, the big favorite, but he's lost 5 out of his last 7 fights, and Glenn, I think, is going to be a little sharper for this one than he has been in recent fights, so I'm thinking that maybe Rick Glenn by decision as a prop, as a big underdog, might have some value, or even just to win at plus 214. I'm thinking Glenn might be a little bit too big of an underdog here, so he might have some value. And I'm thinking about taking the JDS Ivanov fight under. When that line comes out, the fight not going the distance is minus 270. I don't know if I want to take that one, but if the total's like 3.5 and the under's minus 110, I'll probably be on the under 3.5 minus 110 in that one. I think if Ivanov wins anyway, it's definitely because of an early finish or a finish. And if JDS has a huge talent edge, as we all expect him to, I think he'll get a finish as well. So I'm thinking about the under in the JDS fight. Thinking about maybe Glenn by decision or the Glenn Bermudez fight going the distance. And it's just a wacky, tricky card. And I have no bets or official plays as of right now on UFC Fight Night 133. Any comments coming in?
Sports with Scott says I like Ivanov moneyline plus 150. Dos Santos hasn't fought in over a year. Lots of value on the dog here. And Ole Miss says Santos has never been the same since he had to quit juicing.
Yeah,
Ivanov.
And he's taken. He's taken some vicious beat downs since he quit juicing. But again, those were all against top level heavyweights, and it's just not clear if Ivanov has anywhere near the talent that he'll need to be competitive, even with JDS in a reduced state. He lost to Volkov. You know what I mean? The only top heavyweight he fought, he lost to, and JDS is who he is still. So we'll
Parlay
see.
Poppy says Darren Elkins loved this underdog half unit, and then Ole Miss says Elkins will get destroyed.
There you
Ole
go.
Miss is not liking Andreas Hale's action in this card.
Yeah. You know what I mean? It's a tough card. I might have no picks on this one. There's nothing I'm really liking except for what? Go ahead.
Sorry.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
So when you say you have no picks, obviously they're following because they would like to hear your picks, but you say like no picks, so you just sort of let them down a little bit.
Well, no,
do you post them when you do have them? Do you post like all your picks on Twitter? Like so if I follow you and I really wanted to know what you decided in the end.
I tweet. I tweet out picks.
Because Jimmy does like a lot of tweeting.
No, I give him in the show and then I tweet out other picks. I don't have time to give him the show. No, I mean, I when I say I have no picks, I mean no picks that are going down on my official record, but I give, my opinions and my leans, and most of the time, the leans that I give are bets that I've made. I just haven't made, when I say no official picks, it means no official picks that are going on my official record in my public plays, which is a combination of Twitter and the videos, But yeah.
So you don't think you let people down when they
Yeah, I do think I let
they hear it, and it's like you do this all this spiel, and then you're like, but I have no official plays.
Yeah, no, I'm with you, Natalie.
So,
no official plays, but like I said, I'm probably going to. I mean, the totals aren't out, and in general, I'm better on totals in all sports anyway. So, I'm
Pete
definitely
does not tweet lies.
No, I do tweet. I tweeted out second half WNBA play today. Tweeted out WNBA second half winner today. So yeah, it's definitely a weird whack. I'll be very, very, very interested to hear what Annie Marak has to say about this card, and we will definitely go over that again in tomorrow's show. As of right now, yeah, I haven't made any bets again because the card, the main card to my eye, looks so wacky and unpredictable. And you see here, even with a lot of conflicting opinions, even in the brief time we've been discussing it in the comments section, the one play that I'm definitely thinking about, though, is when the total comes out, is the under in the JDS fight, and maybe a shot with that fight not going the distance at minus 270, although, I don't really like to take the fight not to go the distance at that big of a favorite line. I'd rather take just the under if it's like 3.5 at a reasonable line. So I'm thinking about the under in the JDS fight, and maybe a shot with Glenn by decision, which should be a pretty nice underdog line.
The Reaver also says Elkins will get fucking destroyed.
Yeah, I mean, there's a reason he's a big underdog here, but Andreas Al believes that he has some value, and he might be right there.
Alan Action says, nice grilling from Natalie, keeping Pete on his toes.
Yes, no, definitely.
I love having Natalie here. Someone's got to. You're right.
Someone's got to, absolutely.
In fairness, though, he did tweet 2 hours ago, taking wings.
Yes.
And that was
what do you think? Do you think that one won or lost, Natalie? What do you think? Take a wild fucking guess. Did that one win or lose?
I'm going to say it won.
Take a wild
This is what I do. This is what I do, baby. Winners is what I hand out. No, I hand out, slightly more winners than losers overall. Yes.
Rather than quantity.
Definitely.
That's good.
Yeah. All right, so I guess that's about it. Once again, no official picks on the World Cup from Jimmy or I, but we will discuss it again tomorrow.
Yeah.
And we might have official picks then. Of course, we will go over MMA more tomorrow with the help of Annie Marak's educated and in-depth
Same
analysis.
with Bill Butlicker. He says, sorry I'm so late, guys, but I'll have my UFC picks tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
So
very, very nice. All right,
rock.
let's just review some of the late comments, just in case there's any strong handicapping opinions that we don't want to miss. Ole Miss says Volkanovski is a beast, my favorite fight. Is Ole Miss saying that he likes Volkanovski at minus 350, or just that he's going to be looking forward to that fight?
Bill Butlicker says Volkanovski will destroy.
Okay, all right, there you go. The Reaver also says Elkins will get fucking destroyed. So there's two all caps comments saying that Elkins is going to get absolutely destroyed.
Bill Butler says I'm betting 1 unit on Blagoy Ivanov. That's a good. These guys have tough names, man.
Wait, who said
Bill
that?
Butler.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Wow. Okay. I mean,
says
that's the
JDS
JDS
shot.
fight.
The public is on JDS. Fade the public.
Is the public on JDS? I mean, I would expect them to be. It's just, JDS's shot. He certainly, and again, with the long layoff, you don't exactly know what you're going to get, and and he's definitely. It's just so hard to eyeball this because JDS has had some bad losses recently, but they've all been against top level heavyweights, and it's just not clear if Ivanov's on that level or not. But maybe he is. Let's see other MMA comments just to make sure we didn't miss any important ones here. Let me see. Any other comments? You see anything? Yeah, just more Elkins will get destroyed comments, except for Parlay Poppy, who says Darren Elkins love this underdog in caps half unit. All right, we'll see. That's about it for comments. But again, we'll do a lot more MMA tomorrow, and you can tell us what you think about all these controversies. This is just a weird, wacky card. A lot of weird situations. Oh yeah, and then Katzengano's on the main card, and Parlay Poppy loves Katzengano, but that's also going to be a tough one. You know what I mean? She's going up against a 41-year-old mom, who's got some talent. So I don't know. I mean, Katzengano is the better known name, obviously. I think it's going to be a very competitive fight, and I'm passing on that one as well. So that's it. Any final comments, you guys?
Vital says, Natalie, tequila shots at IFBC. Wonderful news. Natalie will be with us at IFBC. We can't wait.
I know.
Oh, God, it's going to be so much fun.
Absolutely. Tequila shots, you name it. Let's enjoy ourselves.
Oh, it's going to be so much
Yeah,
fun.
I'm excited too. No, hang on a sec, Pete. Did you talk about tennis? Because there's a few people mentioning tennis. Do you guys?
Oh,
talk
sure.
about
Go
tennis?
ahead.
Yeah,
Yeah,
please,
sure,
that'd be
sure.
great.
You have some tennis opinions here?
No. I was just reading it. It's actually very interesting because the women's side of tennis has been crazy. Top 10 seeds out.
Which is par for the course in women's tennis. Yes, a lot of underdog in women's tennis. I'm always thinking I'm always leaning towards underdog, especially the bigger the better. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but in this case, so we've got Serena Williams, who's back from maternity leave. She's obviously been back for a while. This is her second Grand Slam. She bowed out at the Roland Garros due to injury or just an fatigue, and then she's now playing Angelique Kerber. So 2.75. It'll be a very interesting match. I certainly think there's some value on Angelique Kerber here, 2.75. But I'm doing the finals tomorrow with Whale Kappa, Alex and Joao, 3 p.m. Eastern tomorrow, so tune in for that. And Wimbledon as well. I'm not sure, I haven't read recent reports. I'm more the host of the tennis rather than that. So I had Joao on, and he's awesome. I don't know if you guys follow his picks, Joao. And he writes all our articles over at Sportsbook Review for tennis. Anyway, he said that if they are going to be playing indoors or undercover, that will play to Djokovic, and to back Djokovic on that one. He's really good, Joao. He's super awesome. So anyway, all the odds are really close here, but the lean here is on Isner.
Okay.
1.96.
Really?
Yeah, men's semis. Some really good value there, but both very close on the outrights.
All right. Awesome stuff, Jim.
Yeah, it's great.
You going to tail that one? Maybe we should start watching those videos and just throw those picks on whoever. Maybe we should start watching their tennis videos, discuss them in our videos, and then try to handicap the handicappers and say, I think he's right about that, and let's just watch their videos and give whatever picks we think they're right on. Or wrong on.
I like the sounds of that.
That way we wouldn't have to do any research. We just
Or
have to...
I can help.
Yes,
I
you can help. Yes.
I'm sure you guys
because as I've said many times...
I know you guys hardly sleep.
Yeah, and as I've said many times, obviously handicapping the games directly is one way that you can find an edge. But if you get a sense of a certain handicapper, what they do well or what they don't do well, that is just as valuable, if not more valuable, than handicapping the sports directly. You know what I'm saying? And I started to notice that when I would do interviews with... I'm sure you have those same senses. You start to get a sense of what certain people do well or what they don't necessarily do that well with, and you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Yes.
That's the enjoyment of the job. I
Yes.
know, it's
I used to have a great read on Al McMorty. I could always tell when he was right or when he was a little bit off. Same thing with Doug Upstone, all those guys. So maybe that's what we should start doing. Anyway, I do love tennis handicapping. Some of the professional guys that I know, that is a sport they have the biggest edge in, and I wish we had more time to follow it,
Yeah, Jim Rome Zadouche has asked the question. I will answer it for him. Sure, Jim Rome Zadouche. Men's semis. Men's semis.
All right, and on that note, once again, unfortunately, Larry will be out this week, but Jimmy and I will be back tomorrow at 12 o'clock Eastern Time. Thanks so much, everyone.